service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. Your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top here on your CNC local pages. The National Weather Service has two advisories for Rochester and the southern tier on Monday, one for high winds, the other for near record temperatures. Winds may gust to 50 miles per hour Monday evening in thunderstorms, and Monday's temperature should be around 80, closing in on the record of 85 for this date. Tuesday will be 30 degrees cooler, back to normal April weather. 100 years ago, three local residents saw the sun rise aboard the Cunard steamer SS Carpathia, having been saved from the sinking of Titanic. Another Rochester man went down with the ship and was lost. Rochesterians didn't know how its citizens aboard the sunken liner had fared until Carpathia's wireless operator, Thomas Cottam, was able to send out a list of survivors the following morning. 19-year-old Lillian Bentham of Holly was rushed into a lifeboat by a male acquaintance who was lost. She at first refused to go. She couldn't accept the ship was sinking. She lived in Rochester until her death in 1977. Honeymooners Ethel and Edward Bean survived and made it home to Rochester. Mr. Bean saw his new wife into a lifeboat, then jumped from the boat deck into the sea as Titanic's bow went under. He landed near a partly filled boat and they pulled him aboard. Edward Bean was the only bridegroom out of a dozen newlywed couples on Titanic to survive. He never spoke of that night, except to family, until his death in 1948. Ethel Bean lived in Rochester until 1983. Then there's the story of Stanley Fox, a salesman for Gleason Works who lived on Gregory Street. On his way home from a business trip to England, Fox was playing cards with friends in the second-class smoking room when Titanic struck the iceberg. They kept at it until it became clear something was actually wrong. Fox chose to stay aboard with most of the other men. His body was recovered from the sea by the McKay Bennett, a ship chartered by White Star Line to search for the dead. He is buried at Mount Hope Cemetery. Eastman Kodak Company is asking the U.S. Bankruptcy Court to give it another 180 days to file its Chapter 11 reorganization plan. Kodak has filed papers with the U.S. District Court in Manhattan asking the filing period be extended until January 13th. Kodak says it's already made substantial progress towards creating a profitable company, but believes it may need more time to get all the details in place. In laying out its case for the extension, Kodak also laid out some details of its future course. In addition to ongoing cost-cutting and revenue-raising, the company says that includes working with retirees to maintain their core pension benefits while still cutting Kodak's liability. The papers filed by Kodak's lawyers spell out some of the company's next steps, and here are some of them. Further steps to streamline business operations and cut operating costs, continue the sales process for its digital capture and other patent portfolios, continue intellectual property suits to receive fair compensation from companies Kodak believes are infringing its patents, and working with the Section 1114 Committee to review retiree medical and survivor benefits programs with the goal of significantly reducing those liabilities and costs while still maintaining the core benefits. Bobby Kugler pleaded not guilty Saturday to arson and 4 counts of manslaughter in connection with the fire that killed 4 of her children. She faces another court appearance on Wednesday. Kugler was arrested Friday and charged with causing the fire that struck her home on Grape Street in February. She and another child were saved by firefighters. 3 other people escaped by jumping out second-story windows. Kugler wept through the proceedings. Her lawyers said the fire may have been reckless but was not set intentionally and called the charges a travesty. Kugler is in the Monroe County Jail in lieu of $1 million bond. To the left of this window are links to more information on these and other stories. Next news as it happens on CNC, updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.